Video made by a final year master's candidate at the University of Stellenbosch is currently doing the rounds on social media, and it seeks to promote positive messaging regarding ethnic hair and urges young girls to wear their crowns with pride. Now, just over 50 people were involved in the making of this 3-minute video. Let's take a look at a snippet.
I am you, and you are me.
The world is standing because of me and you.
From our ancestors who braved the apartheid regime
And all kinds of desolations thereafter, to the little kings and queens of this world.
I am you and you are me.
My hair is my hair.
It's not a measure of intelligence, sophistication,
political status, or wealth.
My hair is my hair.
My hair is strong.
Whether I decide to cut or dye my hair,
Or keep my hair in an afro.
Or any other style of my choice.
my hair screams just to be my hair.
I'm not your marketing strategy.
My hair is power.
Well, joining us now is the brains behind that video, and that is Sandisiwe Machesini, and she joins us via our Skype line. And I've got goosebumps just watching a snippet of such an important message to send not only to young children but also to adults as well, just given how politicized black hair is.
Good morning, and thank you so much for having me on the show. Truly, after the Clicks ad, I remember seeing that and being upset. I'm still upset and hurt and feel disrespected. But I thought to myself, I can't let my nieces and my nephews, have that kind of narrative. And so that's, how this video came to be, because first of all, we had to cement to all black and colored children that you are beautiful, your hair is enough, and your hair is worthy.
Talk about representation in the media and how important that is, especially for our children, and this is why it matters.
Exactly, 100%. I think if we look at mainstream media, I'm not, for instance, the typical idea of what beauty looks like with my afro, with my skin color, with my broad features. However, it was important for me to start changing the narrative, to be active and proactive about it. And so the hope and the idea was, as to really spread the message, you know what I mean, above all else, for brown children.
And you talk about the reason why you made this video is because you want people who see this video to know that this is our hair, we are unapologetic about it, it ought to be accepted, it ought to be respected. In a way, are you also disappointed that we are still having to have this conversation in 2020?
I am definitely beyond disappointed. I think, before a couple of years ago, we had the Pretoria story where black students were protesting to wear their hair out, and that raised media attention. But then it went down again, and this now came up and it raised media attention again. So another aim of the video is to really just pull us together to find ways to maintain this message, for us to be consistent, because my fear is next week people will move on, and then 2 years from now, another company is going to say something else. And then we're going around in circles. So truly, the hope is for us to come up with transformative ideas that are going to be consistent and that are going to be intentional in tackling this problem.
The issue comes up every now and then, and it gets a bit of media traction, it gets a bit of attention on social media, and then it falls away. The things that feed into how we see black African hair include surely schools' policies around so-called neatness. Because if your hair isn't neat, most likely what the school is referring to is hair that is not straight.
Absolutely. I think this conversation definitely goes so deep because number one, we can speak about family members that if you're going natural, for instance, they will ask you, so when are you relaxing your hair? You know, you go to schools where it's supposed to look neat if it's straight and not an afro. You go to companies that view afro as, you know, unprofessional hair. So this problem runs deep, and I think it's time that South Africa, we really look at this problem and start to be intentional about it, and once and for all root out this unconscious bias.
Yeah, absolutely. Families, schools, workplaces, it all feeds into this ad campaign, which most likely, Sandisiwe, is how the ad campaign was approved in the first place, because it is what we know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And to just think that in 2020, we still have spaces that are comfortable with that thought, that are comfortable with those ideas, it really, you know, it scares me. It really does. And so when we speak about transformation, we're really speaking about having different kinds of people around the table, because I'm pretty sure if we had different faces and different identities, people would have seen that ad and said, this is not correct, you know. So transformation really needs to, as I said, be intentional and be purposeful.
Absolutely. Well, thanks very much for your time, and we look forward to seeing the full video online. That's Sandisiwe Machesini. She's a final year master's candidate at the University of Stellenbosch. She's the creator of a video, you may have seen it online, encouraging the black child to love their hair.